Hello. Don't stop. I'm not only talking to you, I'm talking to myself also. I do this because there's nothing else matters than to help somebody up. That means a lot. That's why I depend on God. And I have no one else to help me up but God. But that's where your help come from. I'm not supposed to depend on man. I'm not supposed to be wanting an earthly relationship. I supposed to want a heavenly relationship. I supposed to give God all my mind and all my heart. Even a married woman and a married man cares about the things of the world. How they gonna please one another. It's a lot of tests in it, when you married and your husband not doing right or your wife not doing right. It's a lot of tests in it. Somebody got to be humble. Somebody got to know God for real. Because you in the marriage, that means if the unbeliever want to stay, they stay with a written divorce. But if the unbeliever want to go, then it's like you can divorce them, let them go, and all you got to do now is love God with everything in you, cares about the things of heaven, of things above. Don't try to go back into an earthly relationship, because that's how they all gonna be. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Keep forgiving them and keep forgiving them and keep forgiving them and keep forgiving them, and that's because they carnal minded. They worldly. They cares about luxuries and fine cars and diamond rings and all that stuff, earthly stuff, which this world is passing away. I find myself sometimes wanting, things like that. But I have no husband to do that for me with, like to provide. But I have God, and God bless me spiritual. So I have to just be thankful for my spiritual blessings, and it'd be nice to have stuff, but when you have stuff in the earth, moth and thieves and robberies, and there are a lot of people don't know God. They be stealing. And what would you do if they stole something? That's why you're not supposed to put your heart in earthly stuff, because people come down here taking stuff, taking stuff. It ain't that they take it because they lost. They stealing because they don't know God, and they lost, and they in the dark, and they in sin. And you can't hurt them, and you can't beat them up. A lot of people kill them. It's like, no, put the sword up, put the gun up. Those who kill by the sword die by the sword. You got to learn how to forgive people who don't know God, and it's a lot of people. And I have to tell myself the same thing, that okay, that's just earthly stuff, rings and nice clothes. What woman that don't want nice clothes? What woman that don't want nice shoes? What woman that don't want jewelry? And sometimes I feel like I'm cursed, because I had all of that. I worked at a job for 5 years straight. Wasn't planning on quitting. Something happened. Um, I've been sowing good seeds all my life. It is good to sow good while you're young, because when you get old, whatever you sow, you shall reap. And I'm like, Lord, where all of that sowing that I did, all of those millions of people who I helped it, giving them rides, giving them food, giving them money, giving them earthly things, earthly goods. Lord, all of this, I've always been a help to human being. I've always, with things seen and things unseen, help. But then now I'm at the point where who's reaping what I sowed? Shoot, I need that. I need just what I sowed. You know what I'm saying? Because I sowed a lot of good seeds. Who's reaping? Because they want you dead so that they can take what you sow. You know, your part of the inheritance. I have I'm not dead. They wanted to kill me so they could take my destiny or my future. But I'm not dead. I moved out of the city to the country. I'm in the country. I'm in the city. I moved out of the country into the city. And it's the reason why I do these lives, because if somebody looking for me, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, here I am. My grandma would never left me without anything. My grandma took care of me. I didn't get a check every month, you know? But everybody around me got a check. All of my brothers and sisters. And I was the middle finger. I said, oh, I'm the FU finger. uh, but God, you know, when God came into my life, He the only one made me feel like you stand out. You special. Not like them. I knew I wouldn't like them because all brothers and sisters, all of them sweat on their nose. I sweat on my nose. I had sweat like under my eye, like I used to sweat like, you know, like this, but they was like everywhere. And I was like, dang, all of y'all the same. But I wouldn't. And my whole life, it happened so fast. I grew up so fast. I had to grow up so fast because I was overcoming evil with good my whole life since a child. I know a lot of people don't care about my story, but the Lord told me to tell my story. I don't told my story. I already done told it over and over and millions of times. Till I'm to the point where it's like I'm about to just take my hands off the situation, and I'm just because I take my hand off the situation don't mean I'm giving up. I'm gonna keep going, but you won't know what I'm doing. You won't know what I'm gonna say. You won't know no more. It's gonna all be secret after a while, and I'm do a lot of stuff. You know, I ain't gonna let my left hand know what my right hand doing, and I'm ready. I think I said enough. You know, and I'm ready to receive what God got for me, and I don't want to get in God's way, and I don't want to keep giving this good stuff out, and you ain't using it. I don't want to keep wasting it, but I could never dry because God is my water supplier. Yeah, God give me drink. I gotta keep going though. Don't stop. Never stop. I used to always like taking care of myself and going to the gym, and that don't slow down. And And me fixing my face up. I did that. I did this today. Usually I wouldn't have no makeup on. I said, well, it makes me feel up a little bit, you know. Because lately I've been feeling heavy, heavy, heavy. So heavy that I just want to just, to the point that when people come around, they irritated. And I know it's not them. I know it's not the people. It's that spirit. It's that worldly spirit. I don't want to be around it. I like being by myself now. And I'm getting to the point where I feel like Naomi. But I'm not bitter. I was full, now I'm empty. You know? I feel like Naomi. You know, so I'm like, Lord, what did I do? I know I didn't do anything wrong. I just, Jesus came and generation, and then Jesus came. Don't you know Rahab? Was that David's mother? Generation, you a generation, I'm a generation, then Jesus came. The Bible it's like it's spiritual. God already knew the end, so he gave us a map. We're living the Bible today. Jesus was in the world, and the world didn't even know him. Everybody think Jesus is a woman. I mean a man. But can I tell you something? I am Jesus. I feel like it. Jesus was in the world, and the world knew him not. Jesus didn't sin. I'm not sinning. I'm scared to do wrong. Nobody, when people come around me, if I get quiet and humble myself, God fight for me. I know how to make other people demons leave me alone. I know how to do a lot of stuff spiritually. And that's why I feel like I'm him so much. He lives inside of me. He's using me. Nobody comes around me unless the Lord allows them. I've overcome a lot of stuff. I'm growing so much to the point it's getting really, really heavy. It's like I will always say the more tests you pass, the easier. But shoot, what they say, new levels, new devils. But come on, shoot, I'm ready to get this over with. So whatever you gonna do, Satan, please do it. Hurry up, quickly. So I want what God got for me. I'm alive. I'm not dead. My name is Rosalie Washington, but I married a queen, but I'm divorced. I'm from Tyler Town, Mississippi. I'm 39 years old. I got one son. Got married one time. Been divorced. See what my ex-husband didn't know, God came into my life. I told him something happened to me. I told him something amazing happened to me, and I didn't know it was going to happen. I was just like you, living in the world, doing everything I wanted to do. And something happened. I'm like, God chose me. And I'm like, you chose me. I had a relationship now, an earthly relationship. I had a man now. I had somebody, you know. And then God came in and like, no, you can't be having sex. You can't have no relationship with no man. You can't have no friend, and you can't go out and party, and you can't drink, and you can't smoke, and you can't. I'm like, well, what can I do? Y'all think living for God is easy? So many people come in your life, and then they upgrade. The men's upgrade went from thugs to nice looking dudes, from nice looking dudes to business dudes, and then they come and they talk to you, and you be like, oh my God, I gotta resist temptation. I gotta tell this man no. I gotta I gotta obey God. Ooh. I mean, it's no other way. And then you be like, no, Tony, I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate it. And sometimes it gets to the point where I tell them, I said, you're very handsome, but I'm okay. I'm in a relationship with God, and I'm faithful. And then they walk away, and I be like, oh my God. See, because that could have been my sister husband, right? I let God, I'm going to let God give me my husband. And that's why I always tell people, if you want my heart, you got to get it from God. Please go get my heart from God. Because only one man can have my heart, and that's my soulmate. I ain't worried about my soulmate not picking me, because if he don't pick me, he's coveting it. His brother, wife, because he gonna have to get to God. Everybody got to get to God to get what God got for you. Because if you do it yourself, you fight, you steal, you rob, you kill. You don't care. You just, oh my, get me somebody. No, God came in my life. I had to stop fooling around with those people. I had to stop kissing them. I ain't kissed no man in so long. The other day I found myself doing it. I ain't had no nice manly hug in so long. But I can't settle for less. And I can't go take my sister's stuff, because God got my stuff. Let me go to God and let me get my stuff. I'm not dead. I'm still alive. Lord, if anybody looking for me to give me my blessings, to give me my stuff, let them find me. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to live in this car. People look at me, you act like I want to be in this car. I had a job. God told me to let that job go. I know you're not going to understand what I'm saying. God told me to let the job go. Because you know why? only supposed to have one master. So I let the job go so God can take care of me. Daily bread. Somebody got to get to God. Because you see how these people are, everybody in trouble. They don't even know. They think they all right. I had to become poor. I had all that nice stuff. I had all that nice stuff. The closet full of dresses. God came to me. You got to get rid of this. Get rid of that. Let that go. I'm like, what? You got to get on the streets. Go out in the highways and byways. I'm like, is you serious? I was like, is there any other way? No. There's no other way. I'm like, I can't smoke weed. I can't smoke weed outside. No, you can't do none of that. You can't sin. When you need, if something bothering you, cast your curls. I'm like, oh my God. I try to carry my cross and do drugs, but he didn't want me to do drugs while carrying my cross. He didn't want me to do that. Because I said, if I do drugs, carry my cross, that means going through hardship, going through hard times. I do drugs, I numbing the way I feel, numbing so I can carry this cross. Be happy, high. I be high carrying it. But drugs was gonna kill me because of sin. You never know which one gonna be your last smoke. You know what I'm saying? Somebody put something in your drug, consequences when you do wrong. You got people that think you call your friend, they be hating on you, man. They be hating. I'm telling you. Too. Y'all know. Be putting stuff in your drugs, your weed, your drink. Have you a person that don't a mind a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Boy, you ever seen somebody that look good and then they just talking out the side of their head, neck and head? You're like, oh my God, what a waste. Dang, what happened to you? I ain't gonna lose my mind because that's why I gave God my mind. I gave God my mind so I won't lose my mind. And so, there was no other way, y'all. All I do is eat. Nothing in everything vanity though. The food vanity, it disappeared. It's gone. Earthly relationships. You in love. Love watching them everywhere they go. You move. You watching them. You really. It's like you study them. You study they walk. You study You study them. They not hard to learn. Just watch them. And then what's so good about a helpmate, if you love them so much and you watch them, this is what I would have did in my marriage, but he left me. I would have, watched him, but I wasn't really in love with my husband, ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't. The man that I married at 16 years old, I wasn't in love with him. I was trying to get out the house because there was so much hell in that house when I was a little girl. Everybody everybody in that house, my grandma had 6 kids, and my mama always in prison. So my grandma had 5 kids, and all 5 of them used to whoop my tail. And I got whoopings like hit upside the head, hose pipes, extension cords, switches. Those are the type of whoopings we used to get. Hit upside the head 1,000,000 times. Me. I used to have migraine headaches every single day. They was right on time every day. Who wants to wake up every day with migraine? What did you do to my brain? You know? Then I used to go to the dentist all the time as a little girl, go to the tooth dentist. That's why all of my tooth inside, all of them pulled out. Top, bottom. All of them gone. My jaw teeth. I had Medicaid growing up. And I didn't never get sick. And my grandma didn't want to lose the Medicaid because she raised me. And she had her five kids. Plus my mama was in prison. She had her 6 kids. Plus my grandma adopted my mama 3 kids, which is my brother, my sister, and me, the middle finger. So that was 3 plus her 6. So my grandma had 9 kids in that house. Her 5, because my mama was always in prison, her 5 used to jump on me, whoop me. Plus my brother and sister used to fight me. Everybody was jumping on me in the house. And I was just a little lovable, nice, sweet little girl. And that's why God came to me. God was there the whole time. I'm gonna let this one up because I don't know if that wind making y'all stop. I don't know if that wind messing up the speakerphone. God was there for me the whole time when I was a little girl because I remember when I was I don't know how old I was, but I was a little girl. I remember this like it was yesterday, but I just don't know how old I was, but I was a little girl. I was outside, and it was a picnic. It was a picnic table outside. And I was laying on the part where you sit on. I laid down on that. I was laying down on that picnic table. And I fell asleep. And I had a dream that I saw a man in the sky. Big man, like a man in the sky looking at me. And I woke up and I was like, what was that? And I went in the house because I felt like I was being watched. All of my family had big booties and everybody thought they was something. But everybody looked down on me. I was the one that they just thought was going to be nothing. They like, go throw Rosa away. Just throw her away. We ain't going to need her. Just throw her away. But little do they know, Rosa's going to be the one to break the curse over the world. To feed many, many people. brothers and sisters all over the world. I might have lost my mother's side, earthly, because they think, just like they thought Jesus was nothing but a carpenter, and that's Joseph's son. They didn't, not much you can do in your own country. Jesus couldn't heal many in his own country. So I might have lost a lot of people on my mama's side, which is it's okay, because if they want to see me again, all they got to do is get to God. Not a lot of people gonna wanna. They say they want to follow Jesus, but Jesus requires something. And when they gotta pick up their cross, they can't do drugs. That's where you gotta deny yourself. You gotta deny yourself. That means you can't do what you want to do. Why go through all this hell for nothing? God timing is not like man timing. We get 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 31 or 30 days a month, 12 months to a year, you know. But God timing is different, because one day is like 1,000 years with the Lord. I've been with God. When I was 39, I died when I was 39. I mean 29, I'm sorry. I'm 39 years old now. When God saved me, I was 29. I was 29. Yeah. I was 29 years old. Now I'm 39. And I was with the Lord. Excuse me. And I didn't see his face, but I felt him in my heart, my soul, my mind, my spirit. I left this world. Something happened in heavenly places. And God sent me back down here. So I was risen. And Jesus said, I go away, but I come back. Jesus taught people how to get to God. That's why I help. All right. Oh, Lord Jesus. Do you want to be with God? You want to follow God? You want to follow Jesus? Pick up your cross. Deny yourself. Deny yourself for you feeling good. Deny yourself for earthly relationships. If you married, if you're in a marriage, if you're in a marriage right now, all you can do is stay humble. When one person get high, one person get crazy, just humble yourself and pray for them. All I know, because something messing with them. Unseen danger. Um, They might be doing drugs or something. All you can do is one of them need to turn from their wicked ways and pray for the other one, you know, in a marriage. And asking the Lord to take that cigarette taste out of their mouth or the drinking away from them. And God, I was in a marriage, but God came for me. I was married before at 16. God came for me. I told my husband at the time, I was like, I let him know God in my life, that something amazing happened to me at 29. Do you want your wife? He said no, because I was going to stop him from smoking cigarettes. So he chose the other girl. So I said, okay. So I went to God and I was like, Lord, he chose the other girl. He chose her. He chose her. So what now? You're my divorce. And when you get a divorce, you got to stay single. You got to love God with everything in you. He got a family. He got kids, outside kids. He living with another woman. And here I am, being faithful to God, single, not shacking, not having sex, not sneaking around with no man in this world. God told me don't worry about that. He said just grow. And I said okay. So I just continue to grow and continue to put God first. But I pray, I pray for the Lord will be done, because it's not fair that I ain't, that he can stay in his, it's like that he can stay. We're not married. And I know that God said that if I want to remarry, if I want to get married, that I can't remarry until he is dead. Or if I want to be married, reconcile back to him. And I don't want to marry him again. I don't. He was very abusive. My whole life I've been beat on. Jesus was beat. He was whipped. I got stabbed in my side, my left side, my lungs collapsed. Me and Jesus got so much in common. I'm starting to figure out, like, Lord, in my Jesus. That's why he said, if you do it to the least of them, because Jesus became poor, you do it to Jesus. Nobody wants to help me. Nobody helps me. When I see somebody in need, it's not hard for me to see a person needs something. It's easy for me to see it. You don't want to help nobody because you got that worldly spirit. The worldly spirit don't want to help nobody. I didn't have that worldly spirit. I got God's spirit. I had a helping spirit. And every time I see somebody, I want to help them. Every time I see somebody, I want to help them. God put my eyes on somebody, I wanted to help them. Every time I feel like that's my job. Oh, I got to help them. God, let me see this so I can help them. And what had happened was, I went down loving, I went down helping. Jesus went down too, didn't he? Yeah. He died 3 days. He came back. He was risen. He paid off. God went over my life and he said, wow, I'm impressed. She can be used. So he sent me back to this world to tell y'all to repent. For the kingdom of God has come near to you. You've been warned. Thanks for listening. I will see you on the next video. You got this. A lot of my videos tell you how to be clean. How to keep your mind stayed on the Lord. How to love God with all your heart. Bye for now.